We are now in the Ground Zero chapter with the infamous Rat King. However, just prior to the Rat King, we have to go through this area right here. And there are clickers as well as a couple of wall stalkers. And this is the reason why I've been saying that it's probably a good idea to have a couple of shivs, because it's a very, very tight area. And now would be the time to get them. Oh, I can't even craft them. Fun. Hopefully you'll be able to have an extra shiv. There are bottles nearby. I suggest grabbing one because it'll be the only one that you can use in here. And if you still have your melee weapon, I happen to still have mine. At least I thought I did. Huh. Well, anyway, if you have a melee weapon, you'll be able to do the brick melee weapon combo on one clicker. Nice, easy kill. Now, on the other clickers, even though the shotgun is really nice, it is nice to keep it for not Rat King, but like the Rat Prince or Little Shit, whatever name you want to give the part of Rat King that breaks off. The other things that we'll be using for Rat King, very important, flamethrower. So we want to keep that, especially for the Rat King. The hunting pistol, we also want to have as much hunting pistol as possible because it's very powerful and there's no damage fall off. Now the pistol doesn't matter for Rat King, neither does the crossbow. So these two weapons here are what I would recommend using in this area, okay? And lastly, again, yeah, we want bombs for Rat King, so don't use those, but that's probably a bit more obvious. So when we show up in here, first off, no infected show up. Like, you hear clickers shrieking, but they won't actually come out of these doors at all. In fact, we can't go in because we have to turn on the generator. This room, however, you can see the eyes on this wall stalker here. They're the only one that we have access to right now. Once we go through, turn on the generator, come out of this door, then the clickers will start showing up, okay? So this is the only one that we want to take out, and we want to get this wall stalker with a silent shot. Okay. And maybe I'll get lucky. Oh, nope, the bolt broke. Bummer. Now there's glass here. We don't want to break this glass, not because it's a choke point, but if we do break it, we're going to pull out one extra clicker in the beginning, and it could cause, well, cause things to be a bit more chaotic than what they need to be. But we don't actually need to be super stealth in here. We'll just climb up through here, turn on the generator, and then we'll come back. There's a workbench in here as well that you can use. And even though we have the Rat King fight coming up, I still recommend just going for scopes. The Rat Kings are very big, easy target. So things like stability don't matter. Scopes don't matter. Reload speed also doesn't really matter because we want to keep our distance from the Rat King. So honestly, I don't think there's really anything here unless you have something that improves damage. So that might be the only thing to look out for. Other than that, I still recommend to go for scopes. I did forget to mention as well as we enter this area, if like I'm pretty light on ammo and there will be some clickers in the next area. Try to save semi-auto again for the Rat King, but also feel free to use it here as needed. You could also, if you have a ton of shotgun ammo, you could use that too, but you also want to save a little bit of shotgun ammo for a bit later. So one thing that isn't immediately obvious is once we go through this door, it turns out it seems like we're stuck in a really tight area with clickers walking around. We can actually squeeze back through this door because it'll remain cracked, and then we can run back here. And this is a nice little choke point for this entire area is when clickers come in. Of course, when clickers do come in and we haven't killed enough, we might need to do a little bit of ring around the rosy here. You could consider coming in here, though you're also going to be stuck with clickers, so try to stay here because you have an area where you have an object in the way. But the first thing that I would recommend that you do is try to get a silent shot, and the crossbow does a silenced one headshot kill on clickers. Versus the pistol, it takes two. So that means you have to get two silenced headshots. It's pretty expensive to do that. So let's jump in here and we'll see what happens. So one clicker is going to come out from the left, like immediately. Okay. Just like that. Now, if you have a scope, this will be really easy. But you see that if you get a headshot, it's a 1 headshot kill. Okay, so that's 1 clicker down, and we haven't gotten alerted yet. If you get alerted, then that's totally fine. But now I don't have anything else other than I have this, and I guess I don't have a melee weapon. But there will be another clicker that shows up out of this door when there's an alert. Okay. Okay. So like I said, I have a brick. I'm gonna use it. Yeah, so if I had a melee weapon, that would be a kill. So we'll just get the headshot there. Now we're alerted. And watch this. Yeah, clicker shows up out of here. So now we just have to use whatever we need. I'm gonna show you this room squeezing through just to show you what this is like. This gives you a chance to shoot the clickers a little bit. Okay. If you have 3 clickers, this isn't super viable, but this is a nice little area where you can kind of run around. Okay. I'm going to use the pistol. Again, let them kind of go into the reticle here. And actually, I hit them. I can punch them. I can save the bullet. Okay? That isn't all the enemies, though. But now we have access to these doors. Before we didn't. That's what caused the clickers to be stuck in there. There's one more wall stalker in here. And you can kind of see their head on the left there. And they're the last one. No need to use like a silent shot or anything. But there you go. See, I used everything I had in that fight right there. And it would have been a little bit easier if I had a melee weapon, but oh well. Okay, now we have the Rat King fight. And there will be a few things that we want to get in order. I did just say that we want to get the bombs. You want to get your bombs topped off. Get all of your pill upgrades in that you want. Again, I do recommend bombs. I can't get them so that you can hold more bombs. But very importantly, we got to set up our guns for the Rat King. And it might seem like big, scary monster will use the shotgun on them. Turns out we want to save the shotgun for the last phase when Rat King is dead. And we have to kill whatever broke off of him, rat prince or little shit, whatever you want to call him. But very importantly, we want to pull out immediately our flamethrower. So I'm going to get that out. I'm going to make sure it's reloaded. It is good. And then obviously we won't use crossbow. There's no reason to be stealth or anything. And it is a nice strong weapon, but we'll use the semi-auto. There's a reason I recommended we didn't use it earlier, just so that you have as much ammo here as possible. Lastly, I'm going to put my hunting pistol here. Just so it's a little bit easier for me to access. I don't have to hit right on D-pad twice. And other than that, we'll be, blowing through a lot of ammo here. And I do want to describe a little bit about how this fight starts. First up, when we enter the ambulance and there's like a drawer that we open, then we have to, the Rat King's introduced, we have to run from them, do a lot of square prompts, triangles, whatever. And it will end with a very dramatic finish where we grab an axe and we kind of break it on the Rat King and the floor falls out. And then the true fight actually starts. If our weapons are set up this way, then Abby will open up with the flamethrower in hand. And during that cutscene, when she's trying to like stand back up, the Rat King's also standing back up, you'll see me, I'll already be holding aim and I'll call this out. And then I'll kind of wait just like a little bit. Because you don't need to do this right away, and we will try to set the Rat King on fire. There is a hidden mechanic in this game where it's not described anywhere. I guess it's hidden. If an enemy is on fire, or at least if the Rat King's on fire, they will take double damage from everything else. So that's like having double the hunting pistol ammo, double the bombs, which is awesome. Also, the fight will go much, much faster. So, a lot of obvious benefits to that. So once the Rat King's on fire, then we will toggle between bombs and hunting pistol. Now, it's kind of hard to tell when the Rat King is on fire because the animation's like very subtle. However, I do know that it takes like 30 fuel here. You see I have 68. It takes 30 fuel and it burns at around 10 per second, which means that you'll just hear me count out loud, just nice and steady, like 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. And after that, then I will switch over to bombs and and hunting pistol kind of back and forth while walking backwards just to kind of get out of the way. So after that, then the Rat King's going to start chasing us like around the map and everything. And I'll kind of show you the map once we actually enter the fight, so you can see what that's like. There is another little mechanic with the flamethrower, and there's a reason why it's really nice to use on Rat King. If the Rat King is starting to not run at you, very important, if they're starting to like walk towards you, you can sort of like lightly hit them with the flamethrower and they will get stunned a little bit. It happens with the flamethrower, but nothing else really. So anyway, I'm just gonna run in here. We'll go ahead and get this started, and I will just kind of describe how to manage the rest of the map after I do that little bit of intro. Okay, so after a bunch of triangle prompts, hopping over here, ignore this door straight ahead. We're cutting left to grab this axe. All the quick time events, holding triangle. We're gonna end with mashing square here. And this will be the point where you will see I start aiming. But Abby kind of starts aiming a little bit to the left, you'll see, but she will, if our guns are set up the way that we set them up, she'll pull out the flamethrower first. And then I'll just correct, move to the right, like this. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. I'm also holding backwards. We'll throw some bombs. You know what? We'll do another one. Pull out the hunting pistol. Try to get a couple shots, like that. And then run way back here. So this room right here, if you just kind of stand in this area, and it may not happen. Okay, so the Rat King went on that side. You kind of have to do some ring around the rosy stuff with the Rat King, okay? The Rat King will open up this wall, which is really nice. But there's like basically 2 spots in this entire map that I recommend that you use. There is ammo and a bunch of stuff kind of everywhere. But at this stage, by the way, the Rat King is probably not on fire anymore. But again, ring around the rosy. This little spot is nice to use. Here's a Rat King. Just get your shots occasionally like that. Okay, see, that happened really fast because we set the Rat King on fire and everything. When you do this, you're gonna want to set the Rat King on fire again. So just unload, and then run. Get your bombs out, okay? See the Rat King somewhere. When they do that, by the way, okay, they're already dead. I might need to do this again just to kind of show you how to manage the Rat King, but this is why fire is so nice. If you can pick up enough flamethrower ammo, you can almost pull it off as fast as that. Sometimes it doesn't always work, and you will need to craft some more bombs. So I'm gonna try to show that to you again, but focus a little bit more on managing the Rat King with the map. Okay, we're back with the Rat King. I'm still gonna open up basically the same way. So again, we're gonna aim, just wait a little bit. 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. That's about half. Just gonna start with these bombs here. 1, 2, grab this. Maybe I'll just do 1 shot. And we're gonna run back here just like before. Okay. And again, there's a lot of loot, a lot of things you can grab. But we're gonna wait like right here, see where the Rat King comes through. Okay, on this side again. That's unfortunate. Gotta definitely give yourself plenty of space from the Rat King, but this first wave isn't so bad. The thing about the second wave is that we have rat prints running around, and they try to grab us and slap us a bunch. But here we go. So see, ring around the rosy. So just let them come over here. Once they're like on the opposite side, we'll run like this, okay? And it's moments like this where you could use the semi-auto. When they do that, you need to book it. When they do that big shriek, you need to run, because that's when the Rat King's running. They might be big, but they ain't slow. There we go. So they opened up this side. So see, this is a really nice ring around the rosy area, okay? So these 2 spots, definitely focus on, even though there are more areas. There's like an area like right here. The Rat King can break through there. Let's see if they'll do it. But by the way, they're definitely not on fire anymore, so now like everything will not be as strong. So like I say, like pull out the semi-auto when you're here. This is why the shotgun doesn't matter. You want these nice long shots. They're doing the shriek again. Here's another spot that you can go into, and you can wait like right here. Now be careful because they will break through this wall, but you see they made a new wall right here. Again, ring around the rosy. As they're squeezing through, we book it. And then we can just go back, okay? So this is how you want to manage the Rat King. Now, I did mention, see, here they are running. Here they are running. When they start to walk, if they're going slow, you can kind of hit them with a flamethrower like that to stun them. They won't be on fire though. It's just one way, like, oh, they're getting a little close. You can kind of like sprinkle little flames on them, okay? But these columns, like the Rat King will never come through this spot right here, okay? So at this stage, you'll just want to play Ring Around the Rosy, and then occasionally get like a shot and run, okay? Okay, now the second phase, like when you're in this position, try to flamethrower the Rat King as much as possible. And here's Rat Prince. I'm going to ignore them because they're not hitting me. So this area, so the second phase gets hectic again just because of Rat Prince. So here we go. They're running. Oh, we actually canceled the run because they couldn't figure out a good path to us. Okay. So you're going to run through. This is where Rat Prince is here. You're going to have to start spamming dodge in those situations. Okay. Again, ring around the rosy over here. So this is just like how to manage the fight. Last time it just went way too fast, but it's also kind of showing you the power of everything. So once they're around like this, like feel free to hit them with the rest of your flamethrower. See, they're on fire now. I could hit them with a bomb. That's double damage. I'm just looking for Rat Prince right now because we're in phase 2. Okay. I still have hunting pistol. That's what we want to use. This is like enough time usually to craft this, even though I should have done that earlier. But see how they're on fire? Now they're not. So now my damage isn't double. Okay. You do kind of have to be fast when they're on fire to make full use of it. Okay. There's one more area that I want to show you. So here they go. So they're getting mad. Just pull them around here. Bait them over. So there's one more spot, but sometimes the Rat Prince is in here. Okay, and the Rat King, again, will just follow you anywhere. But there's ammo around if you're running light on materials, but I suggest, again, just get familiar with like these 2 ring around the rosy spots. Where you at? So just wait. Get your shots whenever. See, like I spent way too much time there. The fire did so much, okay? And it seems kind of odd to not use some of our materials, but see, I use all the flamethrower, but now we're gonna have all the shotgun for Rat Prince, who will be kind of running out over there. So that's the last phase. Okay, so I grabbed all the loot in the prior area, and it's pretty nice because we're left with shotgun. There's another hunting pistol around, it looks like. If I could upgrade bombs, I could craft more. You see, I have the materials to craft bombs right here. I got plenty, but it doesn't want me to burn materials. So this is why it's nice to be able to hold more, because if I could craft like another 2, this would be a lot easier. But the thing I wanted to cover is that incendiary shells are pretty damn nice for Rat Prince, especially opening up. Now you have to get comfortable switching between ammo and everything, but it's just a simple triangle prompt. I'm gonna go ahead and show this to you. So we'll do this, and then if I select this, I can craft ammo. It's very expensive. That's 1 shot for 1 alcohol. And that's why I don't know if it's necessarily worth it, but because that's a lot of pills to get through. But you can eventually craft 2 for 1. But I'm gonna open up with 1 shot of that, and if you do decide to use this, you can toggle back and forth between ammo using just like taking off the silencer. Okay. So I'm gonna open up with a flame shot on the stalker because they will, or Rat Prince, whatever. I guess they are a stalker. They'll be right in front of us. And so we can get a nice quick shot, and then I'm going to start throwing all my bombs. Okay. And I do have a bottle. You may not have one, but you can hit the stalker with the bottle and get like a nice punch. Okay. So I'm gonna climb up here and we'll get started with the fight. Okay, so I'm at the last stretch. I make sure that my shotgun is out with the appropriate ammo. It's all reloaded. We're gonna get grabbed. by the stalker. And just like the Rat King, I'm holding aim. I have to aim down right. Hit them with it. Pull out the bombs. See that? They're on fire. Just unload. Unload into them. Do whatever you can. You know, you got like a hunting pistol. Try to hit them with that. I think I missed. Hit them with a bottle. Punch them. Oh, see that? They're already dead. So it can go very quick if you open up very strong like that. I didn't even need to craft more bombs. Nice. And I think I might have missed the hunting pistol shot. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's nice. Like if you don't want to get like that hunting pistol shot, just burn all the bombs you have. Like switch back to shotgun ammo and just keep unloading into them, and you don't have to worry too much about the fight.